Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, welcome to the Vincent Charles Project. And I'm glad you're with me tonight on the 1st of December. 24 days till Christmas. Where does the time go? Anyway, I thought tonight I would try something a little bit different. And this will be my first time recording this show without a guest. And I thought I would go ahead and get the chat in on the fun and games. And there's Andrew. We got to put that up on the screen. 69th. Awesome, brother. Glad you could make it. Glad you could all make it. So, without further ado, let's kick this thing off. Somebody in chat, let's start talking. Deadeye, welcome aboard. Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to you all. No, Orty, you're not first. Andrew was here first. Got to learn to count, son. And I need to move that because the mouse pointer moved on end stream, and we don't want to do that for another 58 minutes at least. Orty's always okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Legal disclaimer: Orty does not have a formal contract with the show, but I am willing to discuss it over certain forms of payment. Anyway, well, yeah. Until we find a topic to discuss, I would like to personally thank everybody who has listened to my show so far and given me inspiration to try and make it better and to hopefully entertain you and hopefully inform you as well. And it's the Circle K contract. Okay, that one's going up on the... Yeah. It's the Circle K contract. But as I was saying, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to me for however many shows I've done. I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember how many. I think this is the 6th or the 7th show that I've done. And I appreciate it. I truly do. You guys have given me a reason not to go to bed early on Sunday nights. So I thank you. And we had, or rather, I had decided that this was going to be a chat-influenced show today. So give me something, people. Question me, quiz me, berate me, like I said in that tweet. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, hang on. The computer is, the mouse pointer is jumping all over the place, so I'm going to unplug it and use the pad on this laptop. There we go. And it made a weird little noise while I did it. I hope it didn't break anything. 3 months of shows? Well, there have been a few that I've missed due to, I think I've missed 3. There have been personal commitments, and one time, the last show I missed, I caught something. I don't know what the hell it was, but I was basically, I was running to the bathroom every 15 minutes pretty much, and it was horrible. Okay, tell us about Vincent and what makes Vincent Vincent. Well, Vincent was born on the 8th day of April, 57 years ago. Vincent is an introvert, which makes this show a wonder in itself. I was an introverted child. I was a very, I wouldn't say sickly child, but I was very scrawny and weak. And I basically lived in the library. And then Deadeye, we'll get to that in a second, right after I wax poetic about me. I was scrawny and weak and very brainy until 14 years old, and then the growth hormones just kicked in and I became a monster. Went out for football and hockey and wrestling. Didn't excel at any of them, but I was pretty good. And that will lead into Deadeye's question. I joined the Army at 18. Just right before that, I got married for the first time. And my first assignment, I was a man pads operator. For you Army types. Man pads is man portable air defense system. I was a Stinger gunner, and I was stationed at an air defense unit in Fulda, Germany. And if you're familiar with 1980s geography, you'll know that Fulda was very close to the East German border. So we lived in a constant state of anxiety, which alcohol helped with, and also caused me to lose rank 1 or 2 times, but we won't get into that. And Andrew says, you wouldn't have that problem if you were a regular Taco Bell consumer. I am, sir. Taco Bell once a week. 2 Crunch Wraps and a Baja Blast. But so what was the most memorable time while in the Army? I don't really have many. I know a lot of people, if you hang around Mill Twitter, and did Paul have influence? Oh, Jesus. If you're familiar at all with Mill Twitter and some of the people I follow, there's a lot of high-speed individuals who did more stuff and accomplished much more than I ever did as a soldier. And my tales are pretty tame, but I think the one time that was most memorable, I got my ass chewed by a 3-star general because he wanted to get inside, and I told him he wasn't getting inside the gate until I checked his ID against the roster. And that was fun. And he let me have it for 5 minutes, and then he went inside. I went back into the guard shack, sat down, and my captain came outside. He's like, did you really let him wait while you checked his name against the guard roster? And, well, I told him, and what he said warmed my heart. He said, you did good. So that's my memorable story. And Ordy says, did Paul have influence over his fate, or was it all preordained? I assume you mean Paul Atreides. He did have influence over his fate. He could have followed the golden path and started it before his son did, but he chose not to because he feared his visions. So yeah, whatever happened to Paul, it's all on Paul. Fuck him. And Andrew is a fan of the bean burrito. Yes, we all are. Although I'm not so much a fan as I get older because beans somewhat disagree with me. And let's go on to the next question. We don't have a next question. You people, you need to tighten up. Come on, give me something. Give me something. The bean burrito here. Okay, I couldn't see if it was printing onto the screen, but I just tabbed down a little bit because the screen is too small. Okay. But enough about me, because the details of my life are quite inconsequential. If you know, you know. Good one, Andrew. Paul is dead and was replaced before the Yesterday album. Yes. I remember being old enough because I was born in the 60s, and I remember my parents talking about that. Talking about all the hijinks. You play a specific Beatles song backwards, and they said, "Oh, Paul is dead," or "Someone is the Walrus," or who gives a shit? Because I never liked the Beatles anyway. But yeah, Paul is dead and was replaced before they answered the album. So I guess the Paul we're dealing with now is some sort of clone, which would explain a great deal of things. And I'm going to take a moment. Ooh, that's good tea. That's really good tea. Okay, next question, people. Anybody in chat, throw it out there. Because if not, I'm going to have to call somebody and tell them to come on the show. Replaced by a Paul impersonator named Randy Spears. Okay, fair enough. That's interesting. And I think what we're going to do is copy this link. Okay, bear with me because this technical stuff is killing me. Okay, tab down. Do. That's the musical interlude. And there we go. Paste. Sorry you're getting so much dead air here, people. But I need to get my shit together here with... Okay, tab down. Okay. Can you tell us how you came to have such an interest in Shakespeare? It was high school. And I remember it was in, for some reason I got placed in advanced English, and I think this was 10th grade. And, standard stuff, you read stories and comment on them, critique them, and all that other assorted bullshit. And I'll get to you in a second, Andrew. Part of the reason I fell in love with it was the language, because we didn't read a book straight away. We had a video recording, and I remember it was Derek Jacobi's version of Hamlet. That was 1981 or 1982, and the teacher brought in a videotape of it, and we watched it for 2 days. We watched half on one day, half on the next. And the KLRN feed has no sound. Okay. S is blocking my question. Okay. Let's see. We watched Hamlet, and I was just like, I think the only actor I recognized in it was Patrick Stewart. He played Claudius, and everybody else was like completely new to me because I didn't watch any English television at the time, and I was just entranced by the language, and it just hit me. And so the following day after we had watched it, I went to the school library, and I went ahead and I got the actual book and I read it. And then after that, I went and I got another play. I think it was The Winter's Tale. And like I said, I got more and more into it as the years went on, and it is what it is. And nobody has any sound. Okay, hang on. Okay, how about now, if you can hear me? Geez. Okay. We're going to go ahead and try this again. Hang on.